Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Criss Angel about Criss Angel's Magic with the Stars on the CW. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Peter, thank you for having me, man. I'm excited.
I'm excited to chat with you. Seriously, it is an honor and privilege to be chatting with you. I've watched your stuff for years. MINDFREAK, probably one of my favorite shows. It's tradition, right? It's cool to think that magic and your stuff has been a tradition for a lot of people over these years.
Well, I appreciate that. And now, after doing MINDFREAK at Planet Hollywood for many, many years in Vegas, it was time to go back on television with this really cool concept, Magic with the Stars, which is going to premiere this Saturday, 8 p.m. 7 Central on, of course, CW, and it will stream the day after. But it's a show unlike anything out there, Peter. This is a show that features the most revolutionary illusions. As a matter of fact, our premiere kicks off with what has been held by the largest magic publication, Vanish, as the greatest illusion of all time. And Miles Brown from the show Blackish, Corbin Bleu are both going to attempt it. And myself will be a judge, including Emmy Award-winning comedian Loni Love, of course, master magician Lance Burton, all hosted by the hilarious Eddie Griffin. So it's a fun-filled family show.
It's packed. It's interesting because I do a lot of interviews of a lot of, actors, musicians, and it's storytelling. Does it get left in the shadows, in your opinion, that magic is also a huge component of storytelling, Criss? That you are as well a storyteller?
Well, yeah. I mean, for me, it's about it's not how you feel it's not how the trick works. It's how you feel when you watch it. It's the magic of emotion. Pretty much most magicians just perform the trick and have the attitude like, I'm doing something that you don't know how it works. Yeah. For me, it's so much more about that. It's about the humanity. It's about, what is the emotional effect? And with this show, it's real because you have someone like Genuine who couldn't hold his breath for 15 seconds, was scared of water. He overcame his fear. Like the audience, after he passed out and he wanted to do this, people were crying. The judges, the Eddie Griffin, Genuine. It was the most beautiful moment that was real.
That news also went viral. You're aware of that as well.
Yeah,
Everyone was talking about that.
Exactly. And typically, when you watch a trick, it's a trick. It's like, hey, it's a trick. But now you see that there's huge stakes in what we're doing because a lot of what we do is illusion. Yep. A lot of it is real. It's up for the audience to determine what is what. But Genuine's situation was completely real. And other people like gold medalist Tara Lipinski, had a fear of heights. We had Randy Couture, UFC champ, Frank Mir. They have their stuff in their wheelhouse, then they have to work outside their wheelhouse. Same thing with the comedians like, Michael Ian Black or Matt Walsh or Donny Osmond and Debbie Gibson or, just a host of people that really had an opportunity to take magic by the horns and take it and make it something that we've never seen before. And it's really exciting to see that. And as the guy that taught them these big, grand escapes and illusions, I'm just so proud to see them be able to shine like that.
And I can't wait for people to see it on the CW. You've been doing this for quite some time. You've been doing magic and illusions, your shows in Vegas, TV shows as well. I mentioned MINDFREAK. The phrase, how did he do that? Is that phrase never going to get old for you when you hear that?
Yeah, but people, I don't really hear that as much because people feel so much more. I think people are like, I'm never going to forget your levitation. I'm never going to forget how you did that, how you vanished on stage and you're sitting next to me. Yeah. So it's more about the emotional kind of connection that you have with people that's far greater than the trick than how you do that. Yeah. It's, as I said earlier, how you feel when you watch it. Yeah, it's going to blow your mind. You're not going to be able to comprehend how it works, but there's so much more there. And it shows you as a viewer that in life, no matter what challenges are in front of you, that you can always persevere, that the impossible is possible.
How important is it for you to maintain with a lot of your stunts and tricks and illusions, the anticipation and kind of the build up? Because that was one of my favorite things growing up, watching a lot of your stuff, is you explaining and hyping up the audience and everything. How important is that to be kind of maintained over the years specifically?
I think that's been one of my secrets of my success.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you really get that a lot from, you know, a majority of the folks out there working. I think it's really important to understand the pacing, to understand. Listen, what I did on MindFreak wouldn't work today, because audiences today are used to getting information at a much more rapid rate. Yeah. And so their attention span's a lot shorter. The society is very different. So this show and how I think about the effects and how I'm going to pace them and how I'm going to pace the show and what kind of visuals I'm going to put to it is really, hopefully, with the sensibility of what, you know, today's audience would appreciate and be engaged watching, because what I did back then wouldn't work today.
Oh, absolutely. You mentioned in the beginning of the interview, you gave a really good kind of sum of what to expect with Criss Angel's Magic with the Stars. How long would you say the process was to put this together? When did the talks officially start for this competition series?
I created the show during COVID, actually, because the whole world was going through this craziness, and I wanted to still be positive and still show my kids that no matter what, you have to work through adversity, you have to figure things out. And so I was constantly thinking of it and evolving the idea and transforming it and thinking about what kind of illusions could people really learn this that are celebrities in this time frame. So I created it then. I pitched it during COVID. Yep. I didn't hear anything. And then I was with my family on vacation, get a phone call, and they're like, you have a contract to do this series if you want to do it, but you need to like have this signed by tomorrow because they need it really fast. So I put this whole thing together once I got the green light, once it got greenlit, probably in 12 to 16 weeks.
Wow. Absolutely. And it's premiering.
I worked 23, 22, 20 hours, 7 days a week, along with my team in order to pull this off. There is no one else, and I don't say this boasting because of my team and what we've been able to accomplish at Planet Hollywood with MindFreak. No one else would have been able to pull, no production company could have done this. It's just my production company. I have a 60,000 square foot studio where we build everything, we engineer everything, we have a sound stage there, we have everything at our fingertips, and I have, most importantly, an incredible talented team, the best of the best in the world, that help facilitate this stuff and bring it to life, bring my vision to life. So we did it in lightning speed.
It's unbelievable. It's premiering on the CW, Criss Angel's Magic with the Stars. Criss, thank you so much for taking some time. It was great chatting with you.
Yes, it's premiering October 22nd, this Saturday, 8 p.m., 7 Central on CW. And every Saturday after that will be a new episode, 2 new celebrities, and it's going to be a blast. A great, fun family show.
Absolutely. This has been Pop Turnitive, youtube.com/PopTurn for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Criss Angel and Petey Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Pop Turnitive. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Pop Turnitive on YouTube. Be sure to like Pop Turnitive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.